everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Unverified Accounts Pod. How are you doing, Micayla? I feel like we're in quarter two. We missed the little quarter two update, but you have a how was your first quarter of the year going?
A man broke into my apartment twice. I thought I was going to get murdered because he said, I'm going to come back and murder you. Um, Car got broken into. That was before the man broke into the apartment, so that's nice. Got drunk a couple times, probably shouldn't have. Still have 1.5 friends. You are one of the 1.5. The other half is just a combination of the people that I see and talk to frequently or non-frequently combined, and that's the point 0.5. Um, so I don't know what you put for that quarter, but it's quartering, okay?
Mm, How's your
You?
New Year's resolutions going? They
I'm not gonna lie, I don't remember what they were.
perfect. I'm
Refer
not gonna
back
lie,
to
I don't.
episode one. Said something about like I don't even know.
You did say cussing. I remember that.
Cussing, yeah. That um
No, I've been speaking to you.
um being more or not caring about other people's opinions and being more
We don't have to go down
consistent
the list. It's okay. I feel like you've been doing good though, outside of that
cussing.
whole car situation and the little break-in situation.
I was
You've been going out, you've been talking to people, socializing, and I love that for you.
yes,
Um,
by
for me, I would say a lot has changed. A lot is going to change. I feel like last year was my year of like change. And this year is my year of growth, and we are growing in a positive
oh,
direction. So, yeah, nothing. I'm sure something tragic and traumatic has happened to me, but I don't remember them at the moment, and I think that's good for me.
you're repressing the memories
Hmm.
is what I
Yeah.
okay. All right, cool. Love that for you. As
Okay,
long as you're
so
happy, I'm happy. As long as you don't remember, I'm happy.
it's
Okay.
something I should remember. Now I'm like,
No, I don't want you to because ignorance is in fact bliss, as they say. This is why when I get drunk, I tell my friends, I know I fell a couple times. I kind of remember a couple things. Don't tell me the rest. I'd rather just have peace.
okay, so this episode, we're going to talk about music as a whole. Everybody, summer's coming. Everybody is dropping something, a single, an album, a tour. We got 50 million thousand tours.
Dog,
I don't
it's
have 50
too
million thousand
much.
dollars to go to all these tours.
I
I'm just
mean, I
saying.
just feel like, are there this many tour buses in the US? How do you all
Is Are there this many theaters in the
I mean,
US?
first of all, three of the concerts I'm going to are in June and they're all on Wednesdays. So I think there's the theaters. They just gotta schedule them correctly. Um, yeah, who started us off? Was Nikki the first concert of the oh, it was Keisha Cole and them before that. But like as far as like huge sellout tour, I think Nikki was the first one of
And
the
then
year.
I think in terms of summer, I want to say it was Megan Glow who did like
Meg
the.
hasn't come here. Or she might have just came
No,
here.
no, no, no. I'm talking about summer tours like that are coming up that are her tours. I know is sold out for Detroit and LA. Won't be going.
We're so different because
Please.
I care less about Miss Meg. I'm
I saw
sorry.
her homecoming sophomore year, my last real homecoming.
It's just
And
the A B C D E F G H I J K L M N O P. I can't. I'd be like, Meg, please. Like when she first came out, before mainstream Meg, oh, The flow was flowing like Niagara.
And I think
But
she's
now,
hinting that she has a single dropping this
mm,
week or next week or something.
hopefully she's not talking about that Kit Kat being depressed. Not that I
She's
don't
stuck on that
support,
drop.
not that I don't support her being vulnerable and Black mental health because it matters. Power to you. It's just this depressed. I'm about to stress. Yeah. She was very vulnerable. She dropped a lot of personal things in that song, but I don't really. Where is the twerk? Like, I'm not about to twerk to this. I can't twerk anyway, so I'm not going to twerk regardless of what you drop. But
Yeah, I'm ready for her to drop like fun music again.
I
Like
needed to go
I'm
back
in
to
my
T.
yak, I want to dance. Come get your man. Like I need that.
Not even that, because it was too singy for me. I need her to
I
be
that's my favorite part.
Mm-mm. But that's what's great about us is we can have different opinions and still be
Mhm. Okay,
what you know.
girl, why I go to the store to
Did
get
I
cran mango? Cran mango. That's the only cran I like to get. Cran mango, cran apple.
no cran grape?
Why?
Oh, you
I don't like grape.
I
Keep that
just
away
said
from
I
me. The pineapple was right by the mango, apparently.
grabbed a
Why does the
pineapple.
pineapple have an orange label? I just went orange, that's me. Because my brain, they changed the graphics around.
Supposed to read.
I did read. I looked, I searched, oh, cran mango. I don't know what happened, how I grabbed pineapple, but I literally took a sip and I was like, I was about to go with my close friends, like, did they
Still
change
didn't.
the formula? Like, what happened? I said, hold on, let me read this bottle.
That's what I'm saying. You're supposed to read the bottle that you grabbed. It's not funny because in this climate, we can't waste money. I It's the second. I still have yet to pay my rent. It's looked like I'm gonna dip into my savings because I did buy a lot of concert tickets.
And we
And my
bought
mother will listen
flight.
to this. Be like, yeah, 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 yeah. Mom, please. I don't thank you. I don't need you to tell me nothing. I bought the concert tickets because you only live once. Would you rather me have a place to stay or have a good summer?
Have a well-rounded life and
Like,
experience.
if you're not worried about where your next, you know, bed to lay on will be, are you really living? Anywho, okay, but yeah, these concerts have taken all my money. I am going to Chris Brown, Janae Aiko, Bryson Tiller, and that's just June. Then
Don't
in
get me
August,
started on Janae. I'm
we're going to
so pissed.
Fear, we're going to Metro. Um, I think that's it. I can't say another concert I'm going to because it's a surprise for
Oh
someone.
yeah.
So yeah, but
I have
currently
no concert tickets. Mostly because
do
I don't know where I'm gonna be. I mean,
you do like wow. So I didn't. Well, I guess I'm just gonna give away one of my future Metro tickets since Sydney doesn't have any tickets.
no.
Anyone wants
I don't know
to?
if I'm gonna move back home or not right now. So that's a whole thing that's happening.
I love how she didn't say that until we're recording.
I sent you a whole voice memo. And the first thing I said was don't hate me. And then I said
Wait,
also everything.
because no, you sent me that voice memo, but I was out, so I couldn't listen to it. And then I forgot to go back to it. Wait, is that the voice memo I'm thinking of? Now I have to go back. Scroll, scroll, scroll.
Don't listen to it right now. Please don't.
I'm not gonna listen. I just want to see when you sent it.
It was like
I
Monday.
was definitely in the bed. Sorry about that.
It's okay.
Saw it, but I.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Next, well,
It's okay. I
what about
wanted to
that?
go to Janae because I love Tink. I love Janae. I love Umi. I love Kiana Lede. Wait, is it Kiana? It's not
She's gonna
Kiana.
be there too.
No, I don't think it's Kiana. I think it's Kiana Lede was on the last one. I don't think she's on this one. It's somebody else though.
I don't even know who Umi is. I'm not gonna lie. I
She's very niche. Like she's I don't know how I found out about her, but um yeah, but her tour, she just popped up a LA date, but if that's the date, then I won't be here if I'm not here, and I won't be in Detroit if it's, for that one. So it's just everything's a no for me right now. So we're just gonna keep pushing.
keep on pushing. I have to figure out what I'm wearing to the Chris Brown concert, and honestly, I thought by now
Micayla. I thought you had an outfit.
I did, but I thought by now I'd be a little skinnier, and the way it's looking is that's a no, babe. I told you, bro, the other day I went to the club. It was my cousin's graduation. She wanted to go out, so I'm like, I'm gonna go out. I hate the club. Damn, I hate the club. I really do. That is true. But I'm going out for her. Yes. I put on an outfit and I said, what is a muffin top? This is looking like the Jiffy mix. It's looking like bake at 350 degrees for 15 minutes. That was what it was giving. And I said, am I ready? Because usually I have more motivation to lose weight or get my summer bod, right? And currently, I just kind of want to eat. But yeah, I thought I had an outfit too. Thanks. So anyway,
Okay, let's get into the
speaking of
music.
Chris, that diss track, Quavo should quit music because I'm sorry, Chris, when he said that we all wish it was Quavo that died instead of Takeoff, I said,
That was
whoa,
just wild. That
that
was
was
a punch
mean.
to
That was mean, but I loved it. Oh, because I just feel like, I mean, we don't know these celebrities. Who am I? Chris Brown's been out longer than Quavo though, so I feel like I know him more than I do Mr. Huncho, right? Um, however, Chris, he had the situation with Rihanna and Karuchi, and he has a past, but you never really see him actually say much or in any beef or like so he might post a little story here and there if somebody says something, but he doesn't ever really say much. Like even when he was beating up Rihanna and he was in the, he kind of apologized for it. Like he knew he was wrong. He couldn't do nothing. It's just like he's never really. He might do some things where it's kind of like he ain't shit, but he never is. That's why I'm like for him to go and do a whole track. Him and Drake were beefing, and there was never no diss tracks between them. So for there to be this diss track, I don't know what
it was
Quavo did.
it was crazy. I was
It was
not
so good
expecting it
though.
was random for us. Like
It was good though. I'm just now finding out Quavo and Karuchi were even a thing. Like I'm just like I thought
never
Karuchi was
knew.
back in like 2016, let alone now she I don't know. It's just a lot. However, these beefs, it's just so many at one time where it's almost feeling like, is this for real or are they just trying to get their streams up? Like, are they trying to suck us in?
I think
Like
it's trying to
have
get
music
streams up
fans
because you had
going down? Because I mean, even like you got, and that's the other thing, all these tours, like people always tour, but it's never, people say, oh, pandemic, but it's 2024. Like, it's not like, okay, if we're in 2022, 2023, 2024, everybody's on tour. Are you guys broke? Is the music industry
a
suffering right now?
mixture. I think it's a mixture because they need to make
Like,
up for those years that they couldn't do nothing.
yeah, but even I get they couldn't do concerts, but like the pandemic is when people started dropping hit or not hit, but like dropping tapes and singles and albums back to back because they didn't have anything to do. So it's like,
But they're not getting like really paid from streams like that, which is unfortunate.
yeah,
They're getting
yeah,
paid cents on the dollar.
you're right. because I know Snoop was talking about that. So yeah, maybe they
I would not
need.
want to be an artist in this day and age. Like scary.
Yeah, because it's not album sales. It's not. Yeah,
Mm-mm.
but I don't know. It's just
I think so because, you
mm.
had Glow and JT going at it. Then Glow's music dropped and JT had her little tour. And then you had JT and Carisha, and then JT had some stuff drop.
And
And Santana
Arisha
somehow
trying
got
to take the heat from Diddy.
yeah,
She's trying to
a
divert from
high.
Diddy. Let's do it to JT. But even before then, you had Meg and Nicki. It's like they kicked it off. It was Meg
Hmm.
and Nicki first, and I'm like, whoa. And
Oh,
now
and then
it's
you got Lotto and Ice Spice.
why would
That
is it because they're both light skinned? Like,
no, Ice
why are
Spice
they
had said,
beefing?
and then Lotto's has in her what is it? Put it on. No, what's her latest single?
Sunday service?
Yes, she has something about she's so hot she got ice boiling.
That probably was about Ice Spice. I was about to say, was it
Hmm.
about her? But it probably was. So here's my thing. I'm not arguing with nobody who hair looked like Ice Spice. I'm not. I'm sorry. Why? Who? Let me start this by saying, see, this is why right now it's like having a podcast makes me think like, dang, it's so easy to like get trapped being like famous. Like if we have a whole lot of followers, you say one thing and it's Micayla said, but really for real. Um, there's a lot of different looks in the industry. Why is her look? I don't know. And a
It's
lot of
a
guys be
hard
like,
knock life
girl,
for
really, the
us.
sun will come out tomorrow, and that's why I love tomorrow. Okay, they need to they need to do a remix.
On that track. That would have been hilarious.
The sun will come back, and that's why I love tomorrow. Okay, but it's crazy because it's so many guys that's like, oh, she's so fine, and it's crazy because I'm like, dang, I never would have thought like I would have thought most of the guys would have been looking at her like, "Mm." But like, I don't know,
It
it's
only
giving, you
annoyed me because I
know,
had just dyed my hair like that color when she came out, and when I had my hair pressed. When I washed my hair, everybody was like, "Oh, it's Ice Spice." It's like I had random people on the street, like, and I was like, "I'm about to box somebody, bro!" Like,
you know whose hair looks like Ice Spice right now? We were just talking about it. Brittany Griner.
why my dad just asked me why her hair like that?
It's like her curl pattern is so perfect, but I'm like, lift it up. Let me see. That's not no lace. Like she really looked like an SNL character. And I love Brittany. We love everything you've been through. I'm proud that you're back home and safe and secure. You got PTSD. You probably have flashbacks and nightmares, but that's okay. However, one thing that you're giving us all nightmares about is that hair. I know you miss your locks. I know you had to cut them in Russia because it was cold, and she was saying she had to cut them because she would shower and her hair would freeze. Understandable. I probably would have cut it too. However, after you cut it, I know you probably want to grow it out, but I need to know if that's the case, what product do you use? Because it don't even need to be that curly. First of
Just a
all.
miracle grow.
Second of all, when she had the cut, she looked nice. And I'm like, okay, BG, let's go, Britt. She got cute. Like, okay, little clean cut. And now,
She got to go through the awkward phase.
yeah, but it's not even that. I think it's the forehead. Like,
You
it's
don't
the
like the way it's styled.
forehead gives the impression that the hair is just sitting. It's just giving wig. It's just like Brittany. Oh my gosh, the ADHD really popped through because I don't even know what we're talking about. We're talking about Ice Spice and Lotto and got some Brittany Griner's hair. But yeah, these beefs,
They're beefing.
they are chunky.
Okay, how do you feel about J. Cole? J. Cole, because I feel like
I feel like it was
as a
stupid.
grown man, I understand. I respect that you realize you were uh not, what do you call it, like prohibiting your growth, like you step back because of what people wanted you to do. Because as a people pleaser myself, I wish I had the guts to be like, actually, I retract that statement. I'm only doing this because you wanted me to do it. Um, but at the same time, I'm like, you're a rapper. This is your career.
One, I feel like it's not like this is the first time that he and Kendrick have had a little issue, number one. Number two, it's not the first time somebody might have name dropped him or said a diss. A lot of times I'm sure there are disses that we just don't get because we're not in their circles and behind closed doors. But it's like he could have easily not responded because Kendrick's initial diss on the like that
It
wasn't
wasn't
like
even like
wasn't like
that towards him at all.
it wasn't like it was the big three. It's just big me. Boo. Tomato, tomato, tomato. It wasn't good to me. However, yeah, the hype and it was kind of like I get where they were coming from because it was like, or where J. Cole was coming from because it was like I was trying to, get some solidarity and you big three. But we also don't know all the things behind closed doors because they had their beef that we thought they saw because I personally was at the J. Cole sorry, at the Kendrick concert here when he brought J. Cole out. I was here for that moment. Um, but it's like Kendrick might have been like, why you being fake? Like, like he could have maybe it was some like, you don't even be doing that when so why you being fake talking about we the big three? So it could have been that. But I just think for J. Cole, now you could have very well freestyled that and the next day dropped it. Like that could have been some last minute freestyle and you dropped it immediately without. But I just don't see it. I feel like you listened to it. You had to have listened to it back. You put it at the end of the little might delete later EP, whatever you want to call it. And there were other little shots in the EP. So I'm just like, this was a production. You had enough time to be like, I don't want to drop it. Then you drop it, and it's not like a week later, you're like, ooh. The next day or 2 days later, like, man, that was weak, that was whack. It's giving that was stupid. Like you should have just stood on it, stood because you said what you said. You can't take it back. You can apologize, you can't take it back. Like, we don't care. Um, sorry, my allergies are whooping me right now. But like I don't know. The J. Cole thing was weird to me. I can't put my finger on what that was, but it's just weird because it's just like, I also didn't like how J. Cole was talking all this gunplay, but then he be trying to seem like he's Gandhi, the other like Bob Mark, like, sir. It just be like they be growing the locks out now, not the ones that get retwisted. They be doing them free forms, and now all of a sudden their third eye is open. Like, sir, your hair's just longer and nappier. Like, okay. And he block, 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 block. Are you really gonna do a drive-by on Kendrick Lamar? No. Are you gonna get somebody to do that? No. Why are you saying it? Boo. We don't care. Tomato, tomato, tomato. Now, Drake. For me, he's winning slash won because while Kendrick's diss might have gone over our heads, yes, I do my research when I hear lyrics like specifically diss tracks. I
Mhm.
got to do my research. I need to know what shot is being fired and whom is being
Mhm.
aimed. But I don't know, Kendrick. It was just not saying that a diss track has to be like lit, but it was just like oh, it's my bedtime. I don't know. And then like some of the lyrics were like, okay, he got a couple, But for me, Drake is winning because Drake dropped two. He dropped the first one and then he hinted that he has another one already recorded. Now that could have just been psychological and he changed the beat at the end just to make us think. But regardless, Drake came at everybody in the one song. Okay, somebody could say it's petty that he came after Kendrick's height in his foot, but Kendrick also came after, oh, I hate the way you dress. I hate the way you. Okay,
I think
thanks.
I thought it was funny, Drake. posted on his Instagram story. I don't know if you've seen 10 Things I Hate About You, but one of the last scenes, she writes a poem and she's like, I hate your stupid smile and I hate the way you talk. I hate like she did a poem for class talking about Heath Ledger and how she really like she's like, and I hate that. I love you.
Stupid. And then was he, I think he was like trying to mimic the like Canadian
Hmm.
accent in
Yeah.
there. So I was like, you could have kept that. But for me, I don't know, the room is divided on this. I liked that Drake, at least the one he posted on his Instagram, the tailor made freestyle. I liked his creativity with that one. You can argue, was it him that wrote the lyrics? You can rap, or you can argue like, well, it's supposed to be a battle between you and the other person. Why are you using AI? That went over your like it. I think it went over a lot of people's heads because obviously he's using AI, so it's still him talking. This is still his pen. If you want to go with that being his pen, we have the ghostwriter arguments, all that. But if we're just assuming that this is Drake, I think it was kind of genius. Yes, he kind of, I don't know if Snoop appreciates him using his, you know, voice. I wouldn't if I was Snoop, but being Drake and trolling, because it's on Instagram and that's what it is, a troll. Because I mean, to
Hmm.
me, how it's not much different from just somebody random on the internet posting a fake song that Drake and
Yeah.
people are rapping. But I think it was genius. I do. I think it was different. It was genius. It was him dissing himself so that he could take the ammo away from Kendrick while also using somebody from LA. Like, I think it was good. It's just petty though. Like these men are really out here
Very, very petty.
acting like us. It's true what they say. I need my Aquaphor. My lips are getting white. And in a minute, Kendrick isn't gonna want me to say nigga anymore either. But yeah, what are your thoughts on this whole beat? I don't know. It's just so much. And then Future,
Oh,
he hasn't said anything either. He just had features and just hasn't said anything. And I feel like everybody should have just not said anything. But I
yeah.
like it's like, yeah, keep Drake.
I respect Drake's um I don't think tenacity is the right word because that's not what I'm looking for, but I love that he's being so extra. I like the mariachi band. I like all the little things just to be a nuisance. I feel like that's true hater.
Just
That's what I love. I love the pettiness, and that's all I have to
especially
say.
if I get as much money as he has.
Good thing.
I mean, y'all could say what? My lawyers are great. My PR is great. I can make this disappear like that. I mean, cease and desist. I mean, and we can talk about that, but it's just like, okay, you're talking about that. Well, I mean, okay, we get it. But yeah, for me, I don't know. I just like the way Drake approached it by going after everybody else before they could come for him. Because it did kind of turn into everybody versus Drake out of nowhere. And I was like, dang, all over a girl. And that's what's crazy too. Like him and Future. Y'all are Drake and Future. First of all, Future, you have like 32 baby mamas. Why are you pressed? But I don't know, because I heard it was Drake that like, but it's still like, I don't
Who
know.
knows?
Who
Who knows?
knows? I'm not in it. My name Bennett.
Let's turn to a more positive note,
Yes,
I
yes.
guess. So we had what Cowboy Carter drop.
Mm.
Um, who else dropped? I can't remember now.
How do you like Cowboy Carter? It's
I
still needs to grow on me because
I
everyone
love it.
says it's a masterpiece.
Hmm.
I just have to get like, don't worry, I got past the country part. We already knew it was gonna be country, but a lot of it isn't all the way country. Like it's
Hmm.
definitely a Beyonce album, like she said. It's just, I mean, she's from Texas, so that was in her blood and anyway. But I sometimes it takes me a minute though, because like even when Renaissance dropped, it wasn't until the announcement for the tour happened and I like started listening to the music that I loved. Not even loved the album that I was like, ooh, these songs are good. And then
Hmm.
when I went to the concert, it was a whole different experience. So now every time I listen to the song, there's a different emotion because I was there
Hmm.
to witness the actual song and the artistry behind it and the production. Cowboy Carter, I haven't had time to actually I listened to it through once, but like not all the way listening. I did like a couple of the like slower non-country songs, but I have to listen to it again to but I do like how some of them transition like really nicely into Renaissance. Have you seen those TikToks?
I I listened because I heard that if you listen to the whole thing and then start Renaissance right after it transitions, it does straight into
Yeah, because
Renaissance.
it's like American Requiem and then into
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah.
Um
Um, but I would say it took me like maybe two listens to like get into it. And then it was like I just couldn't stop listening to it. I think um the first chunk with Blackbird and um what is it? Well, My Rose or Mr. Sir, they keep it's listed differently on
different
different like platforms. Um and what's Rumi's song? Um
protector.
Protector. Like that little chunk in 16 carriages, that just like that's like my little cry moment.
So at first when the singles dropped,
Hmm.
you know your girl got titles, so I didn't wait. But when 16 Carriages and Texas Hold'em dropped, because I
Hmm.
remember when she had posted the little clip, and I was like, "Ooh, this is about to be country." And at first, I was like, "Country," but I'm fine because I went to my concert. I experienced my Renaissance. So, but listen, Texas Hold'em had me in a chokehold. This ain't Texas, ain't no Hold'em. Lay your cards down, 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 down. That was, oh, I kind of had a good
That
little
sounded
tongue
good.
there.
Might have a career ahead of you.
Beyonce, if you're listening, I mean, I ain't even got to sing back. I could just lip sync and look good, okay? But that one, but then 16 Carriages, it was the Beyonce part of 16 Carriages. Like
Hmm.
it had some country to it, but it was, yeah. So those two I liked. And then once the album came out, I think some of it is when albums drop, I'm just overwhelmed because you have
Hmm.
all this to listen to, especially that album. I'm like, girl, you ain't never did this before. Now she dropping act ones and act twos, and they really are like, we need an intermission, girl. The heck? But yeah, I'm gonna listen to it again because y'all know I love me some beat. Love me some beat. Ooh, but the Beehive, they fighting not the Beehive, but
Oh
what's his
no,
name? Shabu.
Jaboozy
I was
and
about to say
Willie.
Shabu.
I don't even know what happened for real. Shabuzi posted about his music video
Music
or
video.
something, I think, and then Willie Jones, which a lot of people didn't know. They thought Willie Jones was Willie Nelson, which I don't know how you got that mixed up. I mean, they're both named Willie, but
But mm-mm. You know, people are slow. It's okay. And if you're one of the people, I did just call you slow, but it's okay. We all have our moments.
yeah, but Willie Jones had commented on Shabuzi's post, like, I hope Beyonce, like the Beehive and white people will support me like they support you. Yeah, and he said YT, the YT people. Yeah.
Mm.
So that was just kind of like a little,
It was weird because it's
it
on
was
like social
weird.
media and you're
Hmm.
under his comment. It
Yeah.
would have been, I mean, it would have even been different if like he had screenshotted that and posted it on his story, like, hey, I hope the whites
He did
follow
post it
or
on his story
no,
too.
he posted the screenshot of their exchange, but I'm saying
Yeah.
it would be different if he just screenshotted something from Shabuzi and just like on his
Hmm.
story, like, I hope everybody else, supports me like they do him with these, like that would have been one thing, but to be all under the post, it was giving kind of weird behavior. I don't know.
It
And I don't want
was,
to
but at the
jealous,
same time, I
but it
just feel
just
like,
seems like,
I'm sorry, we're talking at the same time. You go.
no, I was gonna say I don't think it's necessarily like jealousy there. I think he's just slightly messy anyway, or just doesn't bite his tongue with stuff and doesn't care. But it was just kind of weird. Like, you kept it cute, kept it
Mm.
cute for mother.
Yeah, I think he's just being messy. Uh, because I mean, we all like I do see that Shabuzi is always around little white people in his music video, on his album cover, and
But it's
everything.
almost like he wants to be that token black. Like
Yes, which
instead
is a
of
little
having,
concerning, but
yeah, instead of having this music video or, other black people around to show us who aren't maybe into country, or just to like to be like, this is what we do. Like, but white people aren't the only one who's listen to this and do
hmm
this. But it's like he has it's as if he wants to be the white cowboys, but just be black so he can stand out. Like
hmm
I mean, most slash all cowboys gun tote, but those like hard, rough neck,
hmm
like what you want? Like it seems like he wants to be that, or like that he knows that he's stepping into territory that not necessarily isn't his because we started this ish, but stepping into territory that is predominantly this group of people, and he knows it, but he's not trying to show like, we can do this. It's like he's trying to just be the ugly duckling, like,
hmm
or like be stereotypical. And
The
I don't know if
sore
it's
thumb. I think that's what.
yeah, and I don't know if it's because he's just trying to make it in an industry and couldn't make it in other
hmm
genres because it's oversaturated, because that's what it's kind of giving. It's kind of giving he went over here to be this black cowboy as
I
opposed
did
to
see someone comment that, which is crazy to say. Someone tweeted like, Shabuzi is a Nigerian man, so I expect nothing less from him in terms of him being surrounded by all those white women. And I was like, wow, that is a
Mhm.
statement.
Oh, he does have Nigerian roots. Where's he
I
from?
haven't looked into it, but I think his parents are Nigerian or something. That's why his name is a play on his actual name, like people mispronouncing it.
I wonder if he's from Houston, because I think there's a big I don't want to say anything wrong and miss my facts, but I think there's a big Nigerian population down in Houston.
I have no idea.
It's crazy out here.
Well, to wrap up the episode, we wanted to add a segment. You introduced the segment because it was your idea.
Um, so me personally, and I think Sydney does this as well, but occasionally, I feel like everybody, I don't know why I said just like me and Sydney, but you ever have that time where it's just like it could be something small and you're just like, that just really like, ugh, that pissed me off. Right. So I'm like, you
hmm
know what? We should have a segment, but I don't know, because do we want to end the episodes off on something that pissed us off? Probably, because
I
it
mean,
happens often.
I wanted to do like call it relax, relate, release because then you let it go
Mhm.
and it's
Yes. Okay. So the new segment, relax, relate, release, where we just release the things
all the
that
bad
pissed us
energy.
off and the bad and aggravated us. Um, so Sydney, what pissed you off since the last time we spoke?
That's a hard one.
It's a lot.
I don't think there's. I'm trying to rack my brain. I think there's one that I have not told you, which is my coworker and I. My manager used to bring her dog into work, so he's a cute little dog, very easy, like dog don't say nothing, don't bark, whatever.
Mhm.
We She was like, "Oh, you want
Not
to walk
don't
with me to
say
go?"
nothing like the dog about to be talking.
He's very quiet, like
Mm,
everybody loves him. Like whatever.
Dog I need.
So we go walk to the coffee shop because she was like, "Hey, do you want to go, walk with me to go pick up my coffee?" And
Mhm.
then she asked the manager, "Oh, you want us to bring the dog with us so we can get whatever." We get there. I go into the store. I end up holding the dog because she's gonna go pick up her coffee. So I'm holding the leash, whatever. This white lady, old white lady, comes up to me. She was like, "Don't you want to take your dog outside?" And I was like, "Excuse me," because literally all my coworkers doing is grabbing a cup and going out. And so I'm
No,
like, she's like,
no.
"Yeah, dogs aren't allowed to be in here. You should be outside." First of all, we bring this dog in here all the time. The people who work there never said a thing. But
How
I
old was
wasn't about to
she?
fight this
Like, are
lady.
you
I don't
allowed to
know.
be breathing? Does God know you're still here? Did he forget about you? You might want to go home.
Mm-mm.
And by home, I mean up. What are you talking about?
So
Yeah,
I
I
was like, I'm not about to
walk
fight this
outside.
white lady. I just leave. I just leave. But I felt so bad for the little dog Percy because there's three big golden retrievers out here and he's a little tiny dog. So he's all scared. He won't leave the doorway. I'm like, come on, come on, come on. We gotta.
Don't you want to
And then
take your dog?
she comes out and she's like, thank you for doing that. I should
Ah,
have
no.
knocked her upside the head. That's what I really wanted to do. I wanted
Don't
to
you want to take your dog outside, babe?
I want to say this is not my dog. Can I just grab
I-
my coffee? Because you just cut me. You came from behind me. You just cut in front of me. And
Don't
I'm
you
just
want to
trying to grab my coffee.
hide? Mm. I'd have
Or
been like,
catch
well,
me
if I
outside. How about that?
no, I would have been like, well, if I take my dog outside, doesn't that mean you have to go outside too, bitch? Um, yeah, that would have annoyed, ugh, especially coming from a
And that was
Palm
the
A.
morning. And I had to go through the rest of the workday. And I was just like,
Mm, yeah.
mm,
So I'm calling white people Palm Angels now. Get it? Like palm.
oh,
Even though it
mm,
just doesn't fit right with me saying angel, but sorry to my Caucasian listeners. You know I love you guys. We're talking about the other whites. But yeah, I call them Palm Angels. I think it's cute. Don't steal it. Um, so something for me. I just realized because I asked you first because I actually couldn't think of what pissed me off. But I went to the club. I think I already said I went to the club with my cousin and a bunch of her friends, and there was a bunch of people from like state there. Um, but initially, so they had a section, but the club doesn't let, so like if the section is under a person's name or whatever, even if like say you paid for it or you both went in and paid for it, they don't like everybody has to be there in order to get in. And I don't think I haven't gotten a section or been in a section that many times because it's a scam.
that
But the other times it's usually they just let you in if you say
they
the
just
name.
let you in. Like, is your name on the list for the section? Here's
Right.
a
And they let you
wristband.
in.
Go. Yeah.
Right. So we were standing there. It was like eight of us outside. And he was like, well, they came in really deep and it was a lot of them. It was a lot of them. The section was really big though. Like it could fit two, four, probably like 12 people just sitting down, like at least.
Hmm.
But anyway, so we're out there and security guards, they be having a whole lot to say, and I just be wanting to call them little fat so bad because they don't even be doing nothing. They just big. Like, sir, you're just big and you know nobody gonna try it. Anyway, so they were letting us in. So me and one of my cousin's friends, we were like, well, we'll just go get in line in case they really don't let us in. We'll go get in line because, people just keep getting in line, whatever. So we were like, well, text us if you get in and we'll get out of line. So we're standing there for a minute, maybe like 10 minutes. And then she calls us like, hey, come to the front. They're going to let you in. So if you hear that, you're thinking like they told them that it's going to be a couple other people walking up or something. I don't know. So me and him walk to the door, and my cousin is standing like right inside the door. So I'm like pointing at her. And then I'm like, sorry, are y'all gonna let us in? And then I don't know if she said something to them like, can you let them in? Whatever. This man, like, ugh, I hate sass from a man. It makes me want to slap them. Like, sass from a woman is like, okay, like, okay.
Mm-hmm.
But from a man, it just because you can't do nothing. Like, what I'm gonna do? You big. I can't say nothing. And then you the security guard, so you might not let me in if I get too smart. And I don't want to test it. So we standing there and he's like, oh, now it's two more. Now it's two more. Look, now it's two more. I said, first of all, we were already standing here. We got into line in case you guys didn't let us in. Like, I wanted to say so much more and give him so much more attitude, but I couldn't because at the end of the day, you still have to open this rope for me. But it's stuff like that. Like, I need to work on it. It's the small stuff for me. Like, I don't like snarky comments, especially when you're not correct. When I'm right, I don't want to be acted, or I don't want you to act like I'm wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's my problem. You don't have to think I'm right, but when I know I'm right, sir, we were standing here already. You didn't see me with this. First of all, I had my mama patent leather vest on. Who has a patent leather knee length vest? I know you saw me the first time. Don't do that. Don't do that. Ugh, that pissed me off. I was livid. What do you mean? Oh, it's two more acting like we just walked up from the street. Like if they just went in, you think somehow we just randomly pulled up and just so happened to you ain't seen no car pull up. You ain't see us get out no car. So where did we come from? Negro, please. I'm getting worked up already. Cause it'd be like the security guards be saying so much, and I could easily just call you a big fat. I could, cause you are. Like your cup size bigger than mine, and you over here trying to be sassy and smart. I don't like that. Anyway, so that pissed me off. That's about it. But I was gonna be more pissed off if they didn't let us in because I was about to be like, I could have gone home. I don't like the club, but we ended up getting in, so it's fine. I just, sat at the booth all night because you know how we do. I released it.
That was so dramatic. Thank you guys all for listening to this episode. I hope it was entertaining for you. As always, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, rate, all the things. Spotify, YouTube, Instagram,
Amazon.
TikTok,
Yeah.
Amazon,
Well,
Google.
we're
We got
still
it
working on
all for
that
you.
Apple. I don't know what's wrong with them. They're starting to make me mad. Don't let me call Steve Jobs up from the grave. Okay. It ain't nothing but 6 feet. He can come up here. Come on now. Let me stop that.
No. You know, one of my biggest fears is dead things, dead people. Please don't.
I mean,
My
like if I
worst fear probably would be like a zombie apocalypse. I just kill me now because I don't want any parts.
if I called him up in my head, he wouldn't be a zombie. He would just be like he would look like he was when he was alive and just be like, "Oh my God, how did you get Steve to like how did you summon Steve?" And then they probably call me a witch and burn me at the stake.
That just took a huge jump. We just went to Salem witch trials. Okay.
I love saying things with a straight face. Oh my God, that's the problem though, is I say things and people don't get that I'm joking. So they think I'm crazy. Like it's so annoying because they don't understand that I have a sense of humor. So I'll say something like, and then they'll be like,
I have the opposite problem.
mm.
I'm not joking. And I think I am.
But see, I get that too though, but like, yeah, it'll be like weird, like really awkward stuff to where like if I'm serious, this is really awkward, but like they won't react or like, and they'll just be like you ever say something and you're joking and then somebody responds like regular conversation as if they think you were being serious. And I'm just like,
Yeah.
it's a joke, Steve. Yeah.
Yeah. Follow us on all the platforms as usual. They are linked in the bio. And if you're watching on YouTube with our lovely faces, it's it's right there. My arm gets cut off, but they're at the bottom. And yeah, we'll see you in the not see you. You'll see us
You'll see us.
in the next one, the next
Nobody but me
episode.
and Sydney.
I will only be seeing you, Micayla. Okay. Goodbye.